Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Tuesday, the 22nd of June. Welcome to Toys and Comics Talk with me, Horizon Picks, and my two co-hosts. We are going to be talking about toys, picking, collecting, comics, comic-related nerding type stuff. We're going to do this is just a general talk for tonight, guys. But I'll bring on our two co-hosts. How you doing, gentlemen? It is Patrick Murphy and Kollecting Kaos. How are you? How's it going?
As good as it can be. I woke up this morning.
That's right.
I am much better now that I am in the company of you two fine gentlemen.
But it gets even better. The new hose for my air conditioner showed up today. So the other room is no longer 90 degrees. It's down around 70.
Nice.
It's a livable temperature, and that's the room I sleep in.
Right. Well, we had just such humid heat out here in PA, and it's that like it's so gross the last couple 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, the East Coast definitely gets humid. Not quite as bad as like Louisiana or South Texas, but it does get humid.
Yeah. And
today it was a cool, breezy 70 degrees here in Cincinnati. I think it was below the average high, but it was an enjoyable below. You know what I mean? I didn't have sweat on the back of my kneecaps today, so that's a plus.
Right.
Yeah, it got cold here in Texas. It was down to like 80.
Yeah, they're I think because we have some storms, are hoping to get it down to 50s, 60s tonight. So then we'll have a couple nice days, and then the weekend will be nice and hot and humid again. So yay, we'll look forward.
50s and 60s. That's like the middle of the winter here. You know that,
right? Right. I mean, yeah. Do you even, because in Texas, like, do you even wear a coat?
I don't own a coat.
Right.
I have a jacket. I have a jacket.
Jacket, not a coat though.
Like, I don't have an actual coat. No.
None of that. Right. Yeah, it's always fun trying to figure out. Friends of mine live in Texas.
When it gets cold, I dress in layers.
Right.
And I always have. Even when I was in Virginia, living in Virginia, I would dress in layers. I've done that my whole life. That's the only way I know how to dress. Because it's easy to peel off things you don't need. It's hard to put it on if you don't have it.
Very much true.
Yeah, it's funny with the Phoebe too. Like, I just leave clothes in my store indefinitely. Like, they just kind of stay in there. And it's so random. Every once in a while I'll sell something. I'm like, oh no, like it's totally buried in like the farthest nook of my garage.
Oh, I should show Horizon what I found last night, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That toy that surprised me, that actually made me say, oh, wow.
Yeah, no. Last night, Mr. Chaos went, oh, my God. Like, you could see his excitement and what have you as he unboxed this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, this is a sports toy. It's from Just Figures, from Just Cards. From 1990, and this was minor league stuff. But this is special. If I can get it out of the sleeve again. Like I said, they were all minor league stars except for Hank Aaron.
Oh, wow. Who makes that?
Just Figures.
Just Figures. Interesting.
It's www.justminers.com was their website back then. It probably doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Not only do I have the figure and the original box the outer box, but all of the cards, all of the packs of cards are still in it unopened.
That's really cool. Yeah, I have a Hank Aaron signed ball from when I was a kid. And I might send that in to get authenticated or whatever.
Is it in a case?
It was a gift.
No, but is it in a case? That's my question.
Yeah,
You have the ball case for it?
Yeah, I have one of those little like cube, the plastic cube.
Because I have like, a million empties that I could
Oh,
send you
okay.
one.
Yeah, there was my
I should try to sell some of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even in the auction,
Yeah.
there's a lot of sports collector people that come, but yeah, when Hank Aaron, I still view Hank Aaron as the true home run king, still, but take out steroids, who do you have?
Babe Ruth.
Yeah, but Hank Aaron had more than him.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we're going down a sports talk, which I don't think is appropriate.
Well, it's still it's almost kind of what we're talking about is a little geeky.
There's sports toys.
Look at it this way: Babe Ruth played in a lot less games when he set that record than Hank Aaron did. Hank Aaron was in almost twice as many games that year as what Babe Ruth was when he set the record.
Absolutely,
But absolutely, Hank Aaron is definitely. He was phenomenal.
Absolutely. I remember seeing him at conventions. He signed, a ton, and he was always so nice. And I never paid to have him sign, but I remember as a younger kid going up and seeing him and just being like in awe of him, yeah, it's sports figures, just like comic book artists, right? I remember seeing Stan Lee back in the 80s at a convention. He's like, hey, he's over there, now, and, as he got huge.
I was at a little show. I had some comics and a little bit of sports related stuff. It was 99% sports show. So I made a little money, but not that much. But the guy was real generous. And if you didn't make your table money, he just asked for a percentage of what you did make.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, that was cool. And they had a football player there.
Yeah.
Who was charging like $50 a signature.
I remember. Yeah, they would have like a retired.
And I'm thinking, holy crap! This guy is. No, he was still playing.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? He's getting millions of dollars, and he won't sign his name for less than $50. What the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I remember that. It was like there was when Jose Canseco was really big. Jose Canseco did the whole 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases. I went to a convention, and it came out much later that because he was a total scammer. Besides the whole steroid thing,
yeah.
It came out his twin brother Ozzy was making those appearances. So who I actually thought was Jose was his actual twin brother.
Yeah, I always wondered how they could be at two shows in two different parts of the country at the same time.
Yeah, I remember we paid and we went to this show and we didn't even get a signature, but I remember it was like $20 to go, and of course they had the table set up and it was a convention, and wow, how scammy.
Think about that. Pete Rose is banned from the Hall of Fame. Jose Canseco isn't. That is wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
I have no context to add to this conversation, so I'm just here for fluff.
It's funny with sports. I was good at some and I was horrible at other sports. So baseball is one of those. I wasn't very good, but I enjoyed it a lot, as collecting.
I'd like to play a little bit when I was young.
Yeah.
I miss the old
I was never very good.
Go ahead, Patrick.
I'm sorry. I miss the old Riverfront Stadium here in Cincinnati, the one that you've seen at the end credits of WKRP in Cincinnati. They just blew it up. They're like, you know what? We're just going to build another one down the street. We're gonna tear down all these well-established businesses, and we're gonna redo everything, and it's going to be great, and the teams are going to be great. Wrong.
Yes. People are asking. It was Metro Monday yesterday, so yes, I did get I got them all cut. See, they're all cut. There you go. No hatless Horizon for at least maybe a month. We'll see. So, yeah, it was just, oh man, my hats were starting to get I had to get my hair cut.
You can wash them.
I do. Yes, I do.
What do you think the Sanio's hat's in the shape that it's in?
Right. It starts to get a little
ragged.
Yeah, that's cool. What's up? So people in the chat, we'll just do some shout outs. I see Cam. What's up, Cam? Of course, Darth Gojira. Celestine's here. Diecast, what's up, brother? Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging. Aaron Proctor. Good to see you guys. Treasures. What's up, Crystal, Moon Goddess? Nice to see you. So we go through, we're Tuesday. You know, guys, I always go out to the flea market. I know. Did you go out, Patrick? Did you grab anything?
I did.
Okay. I don't know if you had anything you want to show, but I did. I grabbed a bunch of probably do. You work. I probably will do a whole show on like plush or dolls or stuff like that. But I did get a bunch of plush, and I could show a few just for fun. Yeah, just basically just open chat tonight. Celestine's asking. I think I'll kind of alternate. I think next week I'll do a full-on topic, and then we'll do one where we're just chilling and sharing and stuff. We'll talk about different ideas and things. But I grabbed this guy. Couldn't pass him up.
Way cool.
Right?
No, that's Donatello.
Yeah, right. I don't know if the tag was cut off or what, but man, he's pretty big too. Like
that is cool.
You know, got him in a pot. I might do I have a Ninja Turtle lot that I'm working on for an auction. And then of course we have the Disney lot. So I don't
know, do you think we have enough to do a Turtles show someday?
Oh, I think so. Vintage Mini. This one, yeah, she's actually got the Disneyland Walt Disney World tag.
Yeah. Wow, that would
older, right?
Yeah.
80s, late 70s, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's from California, not Florida, because Disneyland's in California.
And Disney World opened up in what, 71?
Yep.
Yeah, because I went there in 72.
This Dumbo also with the same. Oh, it's kind of hard to read it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Disneyland, Disney World, same. And then the Dumbo. Missing the little feather would have been right here.
Oh, wow.
But adorable, right? And it's just the quality of these. It's that amazing original plush felt. Got those. And then I grabbed, this was kind of here, I got one for you, Darth. This was hilarious. I was like, wow.
Rawr, stomp, stomp.
Right? But it just looked like your normal. It has a zipper in the back. I guess you could store stuff in the back. I was like, but check this out. Wait.
Okay, that's awesome.
I was like stunned. I was like, oh, how much? That's pretty good, right? I was like, get out. So I don't think it's meant to be actual Godzilla. I guess they just took this sound. So, crazy. There's another one I got. Happy Feet 2. Adorable little guy. Anything that's like, this one is what is it, DreamWorks, I think. Same company that did Shrek. Warner Brothers. But I thought this one was the best one of them all.
Oh, cool.
The Cheshire Cat.
Isn't he great? I thought it was
from Alice in Wonderland.
He's like dementedly awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Way cool. Way cool.
Yeah, right, Darth. How about it? Pretty crazy, right? I was like, "What the hell is that?" I don't know. I was playing with it. I was about to buy it because I have a whole other bunch of dinosaur plush, and then I hit the mouth, and it made that sound. I was like, "What?" Pretty crazy. So,
I have something that Darth will love.
All right.
He would absolutely love to take them and burn them.
Oh, God.
There you go, Darth.
Oh, that's... Oh, Super View. Yeah.
It doesn't have all the cards in it, but it has most of the packs still in it.
What's the character behind you with the football-shaped head? What is Cam is asking me, what is the one behind me with the football-shaped head?
Oh, that she's talking about your Wimpy and
Oh,
Popeye and all those.
These guys over here. Yeah. Yeah, these guys.
Yeah, but those belong in your collection. I mean,
right. It's
for now
hard.
anyway.
Yeah, so they're Popeye. And these are made by Kelly Toy. So Popeye, Wimpy.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah. And then you got Bluto, right? Yeah, so these three. And I'm assuming there's an olive oil, so that's the next one I have to go find.
I will not burn them, Darth. I will torture you with them for the rest of our lives. Until I sell them.
Yeah, I actually do have, and this was I think I showed it to Patrick.
What's wrong with the giant iguana with the nuclear halitosis anyway? I don't understand.
I do have an extra. I was gonna send this to you know who, Patrick, for his morning show.
Yeah.
But it's like he's so cool. I wanted to like animate with him or do something with him because
absolutely, man.
He's been such a topic of fun, you know. With anybody that doesn't know, and Patrick knows. I mean, I think you probably heard this chaos. It's like the Wimpies. We talk about Wimpy when we talk about returns. We talk about don't be a Wimpy, especially when we were talking about auctions versus eBay versus brick and mortar and like payments, right? But don't be a Wimpy. So yeah, for the longest time I was going like this on my shoulder, but it's fun. Yeah. So what's up, Patrick? Did you have anything that you wanted to share?
I mean,
you don't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've talked about it, I believe, a couple nights here in a row. Let me grab them here. Let's see. Don't tell me.
Yeah, that's right, Philly. Don't tell me.
Let me grab them here. This was a way cool find. You know, I don't do I do out and about with Patrick Murphy, but it's more of a commentary of reason why Patrick Murphy doesn't get out a lot, more so than what actual Patrick Murphy found, because Patrick Murphy doesn't people very well.
Doesn't people well?
Yeah. Present company excluded, of course. But now this was just way cool. I found, obviously not a complete series, but I found these.
Oh, yeah.
These are way cool. So like modeling with Millie 48. I won't go through them all. Just, you know, just a couple here.
Oh, those are great.
49.
Whenever you decide to sell them, I want first dibs.
Yeah, I think Mr. KK over there is interested for sure.
And they got that nice that old smell. It's intoxicating. It's like that new car smell, but for geeks. And but what's really cool is check this out, right? So in the comic book itself, you could do like cutouts.
Yeah.
And then also the advertisement in this was geared more for, check that out. Isn't that way cool? I mean, and then like nails and stuff. So just, I don't know. I don't know why I latched onto these. It's just like I seen them. I had to have them, and it's like, because you hear of the X-Men, you hear of Batman, you hear of Superman, you hear of all the, I mean, yeah, to a degree, you do hear Wonder Woman. I mean, she's part of that crowd, but you don't hear a lot of just all-girl comics. And I just thought that this was an awesome stack to find in the wild, and it's just like, I just had to have it, and
That's
so
awesome.
I did.
Absolutely.
Then I got a couple other action figures over there. We got some more Transformers, and I'm not gonna go back there and get them, but they're in the back. If you want to know, let me know. They're going on.
You showed a couple of those, I think, on your show, or you had shown a few on one of our streams, I remember.
Now, upcoming in some auction here soon, if you do notice back there, there's a Black Spy versus Spy. And then to the right of me, look what's hanging. A Spy versus Spy shirt.
That's cool. Yeah.
You have the Black Spy versus Spy?
I do.
I have the white one.
Oh.
Let's see.
Why, hello there, peanut butter. I'm chocolate.
I have the. It's like we always
we need to get those two together.
Patrick and I will, in our Instagram, will be like, it's all coming up to plan.
Didn't they have a red spy at one time?
Oh,
yeah,
they did.
A woman.
Yeah,
I did not know this.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta go because something has come up this evening.
Gotta go find that.
We have to go look through all of our old Mad magazines.
It's like that's like what's her name? Target lady. Oh, that's cool.
I will not get rid of this. This is
that's cool.
I've had
a game.
Yeah, this is for the Game Boy.
Right.
Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, Kablamo and I. She had the other disc, and we wired our Game Boy Colors together, and we used to play the poop out of this.
Yeah, she's in the chat. Everybody say hi to Krakatoa Kablamo. She is a friend of Patrick and the show. We were introduced to her.
If she's a friend of Patrick, she's a friend of Bob.
That's right. Hello, thanks for coming. Good to see you, and hanging out with us. It was a gray spy, she's saying, not red.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do...
I mean, I'm remembering things from back when it first came out, many hundreds of years ago, or at least in the last century.
I have some of the Mad, quite a good stack of them. I was going to maybe put them on eBay, but I have a lot of those, the paperbacks of the Mads. I have a lot of those.
I don't care about those. If I collect Mad, I'm going to want the magazines. And I don't want to collect the magazines because the first 20 or so were actually comic books, and they are really expensive.
Yeah. I've done okay with Mad. It just sometimes, like you had said, Chaos, I think it was last week or something, you were throwing away comics and they were soaked in the rain. Didn't you say that?
We had a flood, and I had comics that were soaked in flood.
And you were just chucking them, and people were trying to pick them up. And I actually did that with some vintage Mad magazines. I went to an auction. It was in the rain, and they were soaked. And I sat there, and I gingerly laid them out and tried. They did come up waffled. I pressed them as best I could. But I had like probably 20 or 30 vintage issues, and I ended up selling them for some good money. But it was a whole process to dry them out. And
then you got to figure what you consider vintage. I might not consider vintage.
Right. Right.
I have a bunch of Mad magazines still in the original shipping envelopes from when they were subscribed.
Wow.
Subscriptions. So I have no idea what they actually are. I know the month and year, but that's about it.
Was it in the manila cover, like when they would come in the mail. Yeah. They used to do comics like that back at Marvel. Used to just send them with like this very basic little wrap around it, and that was it. There was like
DC would fold them. Both companies would fold them in half and put a wrap around it and send them.
Right.
Because they were comic books, so you throw them away. You read them and threw them away. Yeah.
Lord of Brooklyn, BK, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. He's like, the show can now begin. Yes.
You're late, BK.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me get something so I can remind people.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I did find the spy versus the gray spy. I linked the article there in the chat. Mad Magazine number 73, 1962. The strip renamed Spy versus Spy versus Spy as it debuted of a third spy. Gray Spy, or the Woman in Gray, only appeared sporadically.
And I remember reading that issue where she first appeared.
Awesome.
I was in 3rd grade, something like that. I just want to remind people that this will be given away right here on this show on July 6th.
Ooh,
as soon as myself and Horizon Picks figure out how we're going to give it away.
No worries, we can do that.
But this is my July giveaway for this show, and then I will go over the comics that I'm going to give away again on my channel on Thursday night.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendar. Evil Ernie will be given away that is a Wave 1 edition too.
Yes, it is.
2 weeks from tonight, folks. Giving that away. So tune in, hang out 2 weeks from tonight.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Evil Ernie goodness. Maybe I can add on. I know I have some comics too. Maybe we could do some kind of combo there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think I have some dupes of some Evil Ernie and maybe Lady Death too. So yeah, Evil Ernie's great.
The Lady Deaths are over there so that I don't pull them out and ruin somebody's day. They're back here.
I missed a comment from Celestine up there. Were those geared toward women's? What year are they from? Those were geared towards young women. As far as date wise, let me see here.
Mid 60s, early 70s, judging by the price and the condition.
This one would have been the earliest one I had, issue 48, 1966. Sorry, I missed that question earlier. Stay. You stay.
I know my cat. He's right here.
I told you, mid 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. So So what else is going on, guys? Tuesday. What's your week looking like?
Why would they do a revival on Lady Death and Evil Ernie when they're still being published by Chaos Comics or Coffin Comics or whatever it is now? I don't even know what Polito's company's name is anymore.
No, is Stephen Hughes still involved in the artwork, or?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're most certainly welcome.
Yeah, I'm always just looking for that original run of the Evil Ernie. It was before Chaos. It was
I think I have. Yeah, that was
the expensive ones.
Yeah, I think I have some of it. I don't think I have the whole run.
Yeah, some of those get pretty pricey.
I did not know that.
Oh, Hughes died? Wow.
Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so apologies. I did not know.
Yeah, Brian Polito.
Yeah, he does Indigo though.
And
he does it quite well too. I'm really tempted to order that Lady Death, that new Lady Death figure he's got to offer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Looks like he passed February 18th, 2000. So maybe I knew that, and it's just been so long that I... Okay. Well, I apologize, Chad. I did not remember what's to be. So...
And we always appreciate corrections and good information, BK. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. I mean, as versed as two of the gentlemen on panel are...
Thank you for the compliment, or the compliments, Celestine.
We don't know everything. We never claimed to.
No, I don't know everything, but I know where to look for it.
Yeah, I mean, generally, I think we get it right, but no one's perfect. We try to have an idea and hunches, and it's all part of our perspective and experience, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Part of it.
And we have a lot.
So I see you changed your mug there, good sir.
I think this may be the bizarro version of yours in a way, right? This is the Marvel. There you go. Oh, mine just has it. There you go. Pretty close.
I win.
Star
Trek. I win.
That's actually pretty good. Marvel, DC, Marvel, Star Trek. There you go.
Yeah, because DC and Marvel both published Star Trek.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah. Gold Key had it first, then DC, and then Marvel, or actually Malibu and then Marvel, but then Marvel bought Malibu, so it's not. And then I think DC got it back for a little while, and then Dark Horse might have had something to do with it. I don't remember.
That would be an interesting idea. BK saying Polito will push for Netflix or Amazon animated series. Hey, I'm all. Hey, if they can do it, Evil Ernie, Lady Death, have it be adult themed. I'm down.
Don't subscribe to stuff, but I might for that.
Yeah, right. I mean,
because if Polito's involved, it's going to be quality art.
Yeah, if they can do something, even again thinking of like Spawn and that HBO one from way back, even something even in that caliber, it would be awesome. Because you have a lot of good stuff that I think would be entertaining, and they can do their own take on it too. Yeah, Lady Death anime. I thought that was okay. Did you guys like it?
I didn't see it.
I thought it was I really didn't.
Wait a minute, are we talking about the movie?
Yeah.
The anime, yeah.
Yeah, my problem with it was too in style with Eon Flux. And to me, Lady Death doesn't say, don't get me wrong, the animation was very, very good. I just didn't think it fit Lady Death's body style. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to not get that sculpt out of your
boob's not
head.
big enough for you?
All right, it's the sculpt. That's the that mental image.
I couldn't keep it in any longer. I tried.
Well, no, not just that. The whole. I mean, honestly, the overall body. I believe the word I would use would be voluptuous in multiple areas.
Like the curves, the way that she's been drawn. We know it's that mental picture, right? It just. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs some more meat on her bones in that anime. Just my opinion. Again,
Hello to Amputee Adventures. That's interesting. Black Widow movie, Celestine. Anybody interested? I want to see it. Of course, don't know if I'm going to go to the theater though. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go see it in the movie theater. If it's in the drive-in here, yeah, I'll see it. If HBO Max gets it, I'm down. I would love to see that.
So, kind of speaking of HBO Max,
HBO Max won't get it.
I heard
it's Disney.
Oh, right. Sorry. After a month or something, they get it. I think.
No, it's Disney. HBO Max will never get it.
I know, but Disney, after, isn't it? I think they give it a week or two in the theater, and then sometimes they allow it. What's up, Patrick?
I heard that they're doing another Spawn animated series. Is there any truth behind that? Do you gentlemen know?
Yes, Todd McFarlane definitely wants to. He's writing it. He's directing it.
Okay. I did not. We're going to do another great Google in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great too. I mean, if she, whatever, took herself out in Endgame, at least if they can continue to, do something, continue her character. I wonder if, do you think they'll try to revive her at the end of her movie somehow, some way, do you think?
Did I see the words Puppet Master in the chat?
You did. You saw it at the end of Diecast there.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Puppet Master or the toys or anything like that.
The gloriness of Puppet Master.
I'm not going to put a quarter in the jar just to go get a Puppet Master toy, okay? Well, I might have to put one to get some more coffee.
I mean, rolling back to the Black Widow question, I mean, if they want to do it, they could fix some errors and have Black Widow emerge in Soul World, where she encounters a one Mr. Adam Warlock who decides it is time to return.
Maybe that's the connection where they're going to do that, because they've been talking about that, right? What if?
I mean, that I'm throwing it out.
Scarlett Johansson is Black Widow. Okay, that's good.
Right.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I think she's great.
I don't care what she does. She can just stand on the screen and not doing anything for an hour. I'll watch it.
Because if you remember, in the lead up to Infinity Gauntlet, in Silver Surfer, Thanos captured Dax and Silver Surfer's soul into the Soul Gem, where they merged, they met Adam, and then that kind of like, just saying, there's a story arc there. They could work with it, but what do I know?
But what happened to the gems?
Don't get me started on that.
No, I mean at the end of the movie, what happened to the gems?
Right.
Hey, let's see if I can.
Let's see if we can change the subject real quick.
That's just it. When we can't answer, we say, "Hey, there's somebody in the chat." That's good. Yeah, I agree. It is it's complicated. It's always going to be a complicated answer. It's.
Where we ask the hard questions and don't get answered.
That's right.
Well, in the comic, like, the gems got destroyed, save one.
Yeah.
The Soul Gem.
Right.
But yeah, so
because Warlock had it, and then didn't her get it?
I don't know who had it after. I mean, I kind of stopped. Just got away from the whole whatever. I pick them up from time to time, but I stopped following after. Oh goodness, I'd have to go back and look. But yeah,
we'll put that to a vote to the panelists. Does Diecast have to put a quarter in the jar if he goes outside it, since he's not on the panel?
Fair game. You don't have to. It's all good.
If you say you're going outside in the chat, you have to put a quarter in the jar.
Oh,
if you don't say anything, we don't know, and you don't have to put a quarter in the jar.
Since you said it, it's a yes.
Yes.
So that's a yes since you said it, according to Chaos.
Chaos, are you really a tax man undercover?
He's the classic.
You get all this money back. You see, it's like an investment for the channel, because once we have enough, we buy something with that money and we give it away.
But it's the classic dungeon master, like, oh, you left. Oh, you got to pay a penalty.
Yeah. Actually, I was a dungeon master for close to 30 years.
You will forfeit 5 gold pieces for, that's funny.
Actually, not quite. I was a dungeon master from 1976 to 2001. So a full 25 years.
I used to always be the dungeon master. I used to always want to be the one, controlling with the screen and drawing and making the little, you've advanced 3 more, and drawing this
little. They didn't like the way I played.
I
don't know why. I knew all the rules. They didn't like my barbarian attacking an Ifrit. And I was told by several people that you can't do that.
So should we do a whole show on Dungeons and Dragons too?
That would be easy.
If we do that, I'm going to yield my spot to Professor Watt because that was more his forte than it was mine. I know enough.
Come on, why you could all have it be on. It doesn't matter.
Wasn't there Dungeons and Dragons toys several times?
Well, there was cartoons.
I have some.
And the cartoons.
Yes, and the comics.
Yeah.
And the books and the, lead figures and dice and all the accoutrements that come with.
There were both lead figures and pewter miniatures and plastic ones.
And all the offshoots with Marvel and DC, they all had their own RPGs.
Yeah. So,
and I have some original character drawings I did from when I was a preteen.
I have an original Gamma World.
No, wow. That's awesome. I remember reading about that in the book, and it hadn't even come out yet. And then I don't think I've ever even seen that. That's awesome.
I played probably maybe 2-3 campaigns to completion. I don't want to downplay it by any means. It wasn't something that could hold my attention. That was my problem.
I think that
my biggest problem as a dungeon master was I would spend hours building a section of a world for them to go through, and they'd go the other direction.
Yeah.
So I'd have to just rip it out of those part of the world and move it to a different section.
You're like, no, go over here. You want to go in that direction. Yeah.
Let's explore this old fort. No, you don't want to explore that fort.
Yeah, don't do that.
The town. You need to go to the town. Right? No, we want to explore this old fort. Okay, here we go.
Right.
I've got it. I've got this under control. They're not going to do this twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember at one time
they met a goblin, a lone goblin. He said, "If you throw down your weapons, we'll let you live." And they laughed and attacked him. Someday they'll learn to look up, because all around the abandoned fort was ringed with goblins, 3 deep, with bows pointed at them. When they attacked the goblin, those high-level characters ceased to exist.
It was like 300 with the rain of arrows coming down. Yeah. Yeah, I mean D&D, but I know didn't you show me Chaos? You had, was it Warhammer, the figures that you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got it. One of my orcs, right?
Yeah, I mean all the offshoots, other game. I mean, Chaos has some pretty fantastic little figures that he did by hand, and all that stuff. I think is wonderful to share.
If we ever do like a miniatures show or something, I'll dig some of that stuff out and show it.
Yeah, model.
I've got some 40K stuff. I've got some Warhammer. I've got some old Dungeons and Dragons figures I painted many years ago.
That's awesome.
Before most of the chat was born, probably.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hero Quest. I remember that. That was like another TSR.
No, Hero Quest was Games Workshop.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm thinking of Battle System.
It was like a beginner's guide to Warhammer.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Just like the game Dungeon was TSR.
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically an entry-level D&D, a board game D&D.
Have you guys ever played like the Hero Clicks or those other, newer? No, I haven't either. Do you ever collect or get into that chaos?
I've got a couple. I think I've got
newer,
Superman and Wonder Woman, and the Flash and Green Lantern, and yeah.
Here's one of the things, like, me and the professor were talking one day, like, I don't consider myself a gamer, okay? And he's like, well, Patrick, think about it. He's like, look at your tower, okay? Because I'm not going to go into specs, but I specifically built this tower to play City of Heroes. Yeah. He's like, you may not play a lot of games, but when you play a game, you play the heck out of that game. As example, I have played all but 2 incarnations of Sid Meier's Pirates since 1987. And the 2 that I haven't played, it just because I didn't have the platform to play it on. Like, it was on the iPad Apple II. But I mean, as recent as last year, I was still running a campaign of Sid Meier's Pirates, and I've been playing this since 1987. It's fun.
Yeah.
So
some games are. I have one back here somewhere. I have a game back here somewhere.
Hi, Pearlini.
It's over there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I love about role-playing games. You could they're almost you can just, unlike even older video games that may not even work right electronically or whatever, the books, the dice. You could
paper and pencil. You can do it with nothing more than a paper and pencil. You don't need dice. You don't need books. All you need is paper and pencil and an imagination.
Yeah. And you can refer to the tables if you want, and it's great.
See, for me, I need a controller and an open world first-person shooter, i.e. Duke Nukem. I can't do any of his quotes because of the chat.
I just need wizardry.
It's funny. I was thinking of it with Duke Nukem. I remember Duke Nukem had an Aliens mod to it, so you could actually you were going into like the caverns where, if you shot up too much, aliens would start hatching out of the eggs. And then they would spray acid. It was pretty awesome.
I never really cared much for Duke Nukem. I was more of a Doom guy.
Well, yeah, I love Doom. Similar. Yeah, I love Doom. Don't get me wrong, because Doom came before Duke. Yeah. But there was just something about Duke's attitude that the Doom Marine just didn't quite have.
Right. Yeah, Unreal Tournament, definitely. When I was in the .com era, I used to play late night on the server with the guys at work and stuff, and yeah, that was great. You could jump in, and
I did like Castlevania too.
That's the original. I like the original Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I never played any of the sequels.
The original, where you would have the whip, and you could just get them. Yeah, that's a fun game. But the Quake, that was another one. Quake was really cool.
Was a first person shooter. Yep.
Yeah.
Now the face hugger though, because like if you didn't kill it, all of a sudden on your screen it would come down and would start like
it's like
that was the screen and it made the awesome sound. Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
And you could see it was very crude, but you could see like the little pod would open, and if you didn't shoot it, it would be like
yeah, yep, absolutely. And there is an Easter egg in Duke where he opens up a door and he's like, "That's one dead space marine."
Yeah. Yeah. There's some cool stuff. There was some definite fun. I think Quake, or was it? It might have been Heretic. There was one that was like, and I remember Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails did all the music for it. It was wow. Yeah, and you were just like, wow, what to be able to have some good audio that a real musician produced. What a concept, right? Because it would became. I think that was Blizzard, like way, way, way back in the day. Yeah.
This is going to blow your mind.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's putting in his headphones. It's serious.
Nice.
Is that a PC game?
Yeah.
Some of those, yeah.
I never got around to playing it. My PC couldn't handle it. By the time I got a PC that could handle it, it couldn't handle it because it was too old of tech.
Oh, right.
Well, could you?
I think in Windows 10 I could actually go into a legacy mode and play that.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I might give it a try.
You can mod that to get it to play it.
Yeah, no, I've played a lot of my old games on newer platforms. There's definitely a way to do that. The only fantasy game that I got into was on my C64, and it was called Times of Lore. It was like a Zelda, like go to the guy, get the thing, do the thing, kill something along the way, go here, do this, do that, yada yada, blah blah. And it's like that's the only one. It's like I needed, I don't know, I just needed some more. Just I don't want to do a bunch of stuff other than just kill, get ammo, health. Kill, get ammo, health. And
it was like, that's all you wanted was click, click.
And secrets. I loved finding the secrets in Doom and Duke. And here's a little cool thing to do too. In Duke, it's DNCLIP. If you type in, it brings up so you can walk through the walls. And there are rooms that are not on the map. Like if you got the map up, you go off map and you can find rooms. And it's like, you are not supposed to be here. You are clearly cheating. Developer name. So those are cool things to find in the games. You know what I mean?
I remember
my favorite Nintendo game was always Zelda, Legend of Link.
Oh yeah. Always a good seller. Anything Zelda, games, shirts, cheat guides, code guides. People love those games.
Oh, and you can ask Sublime. There's another game that I thoroughly enjoyed. I still play. I played as recent as I want to say maybe 2 years ago. Was a little game called Star Trek Armada 1 and 2. It was basically a ship builder type game, and I can't do that voice due to the line, but she will definitely appreciate the cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. Oh, she got so tired of hearing that.
He's like, do it. It's funny. Game Genie. I remember that. Remember you used to plug in the Game Genie and it would you could totally morph and customize things on certain games.
See, I also did a lot of the word games. I can't remember what they were called. But it would put you in a scenario and you'd have to answer questions. You'd go left or right or do whatever. Get attacked by things.
I remember
a bunch of puzzles.
There was a bunch. Was it like Zork or one of those?
Yeah, Zork was one of them.
Yeah, where it was text based, but what an awesome thing!
Yeah, the text-based adventure games. I did a lot of
your own adventure just in text, right? Yeah, that was fun.
Zork. There was another one. The something about Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Goddesses of Phobos. That's what it was. I never did finish that one.
Good to see you, Loot. Just talking some basic toys and comic, and we're on some video games at the moment. I remember, it was original Nintendo, Mike Tyson Punch-Out, Tetris, SNK Baseball Stars. We used to do a league, and Mario Brothers and Mario Brothers 2, and that was the original
So when did the first video game come out?
Oh, that's a tough one. Was
Pong?
that pre-Pong?
Are we talking pre-Pong?
The first video game.
Well, those are.
What was it? What year did it come out?
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what it
say probably late. I'm gonna say late '60s, maybe. It just depends, I guess.
1976.
I guess, but Pong was
Because
probably
before that, there wasn't really much. There wasn't really any home computers.
Yeah.
Now, I like me some good pinball. Now, I love to play some pinball when I'm out and about. There is a pinball convention that does the circuits like Comic-Cons. And in fact, Mr. Pennsylvania, there is a bunch of them up in your area, good sir, because I've actually looked at going to some.
Yes. There's a couple good ones out here.
Yeah.
If you want to go, we can go. Sure.
Heck yeah. My current, because it's like I wanted to get a pinball machine for downstairs, but here's the thing: is like once I beat it, am I still going to want to play it? Do I want to spend X amount of because it's a pretty penny.
Do you know what the answer is? Yes, you're going to want to play it because you're going to get a higher score than your highest score.
I play it more for because the one that I'm playing right now that I really love is Bride of Pinbot. And I think once I get all 4 faces flipped, I'm going to lose interest.
Okay.
I think that if you get them and they work and they continue to work, keep playing it, it's great. I think that there's so much nostalgia really at this point. There's
sometimes a point where it stops being a pinball game and becomes a clothes hamper.
It becomes a way station.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of.
Not good.
I would like to get a Tron machine, and I know those are pretty.
Get a what?
Too. A Tron machine,
like as in the game, like the where you sat in it.
Just the cabinet, the game cabinet Tron.
Okay.
So,
Walmart's selling cabinet games, and you get a whole bunch of different games on them.
By the way, those things go on special from time to time, like
yes, they do.
At dirt cheap, like Space Invaders was going for $1.
I'll tell you, if I ever could find an original, the game Tempest that had it was a liquid crystal display. It was like Asteroids, the original liquid crystal display, but it just had the little knob in the middle and you went around and you had to shoot. If I could find an original Tempest, they're very expensive, but it's like, what are the who knows?
Yeah, I remember playing Pong for hours with some of my beer buddies.
Absolutely.
And they came out with this new game called Asteroids and you didn't need anybody else.
Right? Yeah, Tempest was just
flat on a table. You spilled beer on it.
I was telling somebody I was in some chat and we were talking about video games, and I remember in like the 70s, well, really the 80s, when like video games exploded, you had these tabletop ones in like bars and stuff where you would
that's
sit,
exactly what I'm talking about.
Cigarette holder on the side, built in, like bolted on, where it's just, and you could put your drink there, and it was just this whole thing, it's like speakeasy video game. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, I remember like the local pool hall, it started stocking video games and it became more of a video game hub as opposed to a pool hall.
Right. It kind of changed.
Right. They rented the building next door and moved the pool hall over there and had, two things. But yeah, tabletop, Pac-Man, Frogger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you play Centipede, right?
Oh yeah.
And I remember people, it was big time, right? It was like people were hanging out and partying, but playing video games.
Yeah, no, and I mean, but what was I going to say? Oh, so no, the cabinets that Walmart's got is called One Up arcade machines,
Yeah.
and so they're not quite as big as the originals.
they're a little smaller.
They are a little smaller. You can buy like high rises to kind of like lift them up to make them, because they're about 4 feet, and then you buy the 2-inch or the 2-foot riser to give it that 6 foot. But again, the dimensions are. But I would really love, and the reason why it's something that me and my son we bonded over, because like when Tron 2 came out, yes, it was the story, whatever. Visually, that was an amazing. That was I like a lot of people get headaches when I do the 3D thing, but I think that thing would have been killer to see in 3D just from the computer stuff aspect of it. But I took my son to see it when it first dropped opening weekend. And it's one of those things, like, since it came out at Christmas, for me and him, that's our Christmas movie. Every year around Christmas time, I make it a point, we sit down and we watch that together. We've done that since the movie's been out, so it's just something like
awesome.
Yeah, so
I love the original Tron, Jeff Bridges classic, and you look at that now and it still holds up in a lot of ways, certain things, and amazing stuff. And I love the guy that plays Sark. Yeah, awesome actor, great voice.
David Warner, yeah, absolutely.
Master Control Program voice, amazing voice.
Oh yeah. He's also the gentleman that was in Star Trek V. He was the Earth Ambassador, and then he was Chancellor Gorkon in Star Trek VI.
Classic voice. But I think I got it off a Nana Tank, original Sears Telegames Pong, like original. And she was like, and she had gotten it, and it actually has the box. So Chaos, I know you had fixed up that box like a week or so ago. Yep. You like, I'm gonna have to do a little restoration because it's totally crushed. Yep. But I think I could get it to be kind of okay, and then I can have Sears Telegames. It's Atari, but it's Pong, Breakout, and a couple other tank game, and it has the original controllers.
This box.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Excuse me, kind gentlemen, I have to.
Hoarder! See, look, diecast. What's up, Emery? Hood Inc. Yeah, man, we could talk about Venom. Absolutely. Woody Harrelson playing Carnage.
I can see that.
Absolutely. Great. I did.
Woody Harrelson's a good actor.
I didn't hate the first Venom. There was a lot of things I didn't like, but I think this one will be better. I think this should be better. It's somehow Star Trek. Hey, it's universe. Star Trek always comes into the.
I don't know what he's talking about.
We could talk about. We could talk about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, right. It always comes into the. I think I showed this guy. I just love this figure. There you go. Maybe this will go up in value. What do you think, Chaos?
It is a cool figure.
Hey,
it might. You never know.
Who knows? Marvel Legends icon. If you got one of these, Emery, I'm interested in the package. You find me one of these, my man. I'm interested. Really cool, but yeah. I think Woody Harrelson. I liked him in the Planet of the Apes. That last Planet of the Apes movie. He was pretty good in that too.
I haven't seen any of the newer Planet of the Apes movies.
No,
I watched all the originals when they came out. I don't watch a lot of movies.
The guy that plays Gollum, Andy Serkis, the voice, he is just unbelievable as Caesar, and the CGI that they do is it's unbelievable what they can do. Yeah,
but it's just not the same as doing the makeup.
Agree.
And the live action. I mean, a lot of the stuff now is done CGI or green screen, and it's just not the same.
I agree. I think that, but there was that second or third one wow, I was like, oh my God, what they can do with CGI now, just like you were saying with Aquaman,
Yep.
like how it's really believable. It's enough to like buy it, right?
Yeah, well, there's some silly stuff that you're not going to buy, like
right.
when Mira jumps out of the airplane and he turns around and looks at the pilot and says, "Fred heads, what you're going to do?" And then he jumps out too.
Yeah. No, but I think with
it's a great scene. I mean,
no, it's that I think they're going to be campy with Jason Momoa in that moment, right? I think, and that's
there's
fine.
a few times that he gets kind of campy, but it's a fun movie, so it was worth watching.
Yeah, I didn't.
I still have to watch Shazam though. I haven't watched it yet.
I like Black Manta. I thought he was pretty good. I mean,
they did the costume really well.
Yeah, right. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, that's true. Diecast. Picard. Well, the Q creating the Borg and everything is just. See, back to Star Trek.
Can't get away from it.
That's right. So I picked this up over the weekend, and it's not exactly a toy, but I just thought it was really kind of cool. And can you guys guess what it is? Anybody in the chat? This is a 1980s object. Can you guess what it is? Just reminds me of Watchmen, right, Chaos?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got it. I almost wanted to put like the blood splat coming down.
Yeah, the happy face that was on the Watchmen cover.
Right. Just the one.
For a while, Walmart used that as like one of their icons.
Right. No, Felix, you're kind of close. It's not a clock. Yeah. It's a classic 80s object, and I just was like, I had to get it. So
I know exactly what it is.
You know what it is, right? Yeah. This gives it away right here.
Absolutely.
Okay. Nope. Not
they made one for Garfield, too.
Correct. Yep.
We got a winner.
You're right. Hello? Hello? It's a phone. I was holding the handset down. But yeah, right. How about it, Patrick? Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Reminds me of Watchmen, right?
I was getting ready to say you need to put the blood splatter on there.
Right, just the one drip coming down, right? Yeah. So this is the type of stuff, again, at the flea market, laying on the ground. It was really dirty. So again, taking the, dry erase, the Mr. Clean Eraser, and making it all nice and kind of. I haven't actually tested it, but it's clean enough where I'm pretty confident it'll actually like work. But it's more just an object. So this is the type of stuff that I like to pick up. Yeah, the clear phone, those are valuable. When you find a phone that's all clear and you could see all the electronics inside, those are fairly valuable. So always, if you're a reseller, pick those up, even if they're used. There you go. There's another classic right there.
Yep.
Yeah. I was going to do a lot for the auction of all vintage video game stuff like this, and maybe a few games, a few toys that I have.
I need to go get a refill.
All right.
So let me find a quarter.
All right.
Nope, that's a nickel. I can't be shortchanging this here.
Don't shortchange the jar, man. Don't fall, phone.
That's a quarter.
I was muted. I was so muted. I do that a lot, don't I? Here I was talking, ironically enough, I was talking about the dead air, and I was trying to fill in the dead air, and I was muted, so that's beautiful.
I am still trying to figure out my light box here, and I have made another effort. So maybe tomorrow I will be like, hey, look at this. I'm like, to move all this stuff around and
sure,
just,
send me a 10 send send me a link and we'll do the test stream.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's like I was telling you, it's like you got to get the right angle on the camera, and it's just that like trying to get it to just be right. And then I'm literally going to be like duct taping everything down and leaving it, because I could use it for eBay too. So I could go and shoot into it, but then when we do auctions, just be like, whoop, and be able to show these lots.
Right.
Think instead of holding everything like this, you could just kind of lay it in there.
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Diecast. Next time you're live, ooh, it might be 50 cents every time you're muted. It's hard not to, I can't remember when I'm on with Tiffany. It's like, I think last time I didn't have once where I missed it. Because again, you're doing stuff. I always mute it in case I, knock something over. I don't want to have the sound be.
Right. No, you want to be respectful of the other people that are, doing their thing, and you're just kind of hanging out in the background, and you don't want to be having like, 100% get that.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's, you never know what could come up. I mean, I've had a fire alarm go off. That would be bad.
Celestine, I've actually, I don't want to phrase this. I use a different program altogether for radio. So while I don't want to phrase this, I haven't actually, muted myself, but the pipeline into the stream has been incorrect. And I didn't realize that till my music bed started playing. And then I would get messages saying, hey, we hear your music, we don't hear you. Then I have to go in and manually adjust it. So yes and no.
Yeah. I just think she's funny. Kablamo, she's in there. She's like yeah. Putting the white sour glass of wine while you were talking was hilarious. Yeah, that was just like, oh, styrofoam. I think you were off by then, Patrick. Right at the end of the auction, I was like, okay, and Diecast was putting something back in a box, and I'm like, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap. Thanks for. And all I hear is the like. he's like shoving styrofoam back in a box. That was the best.
Yeah.
It's live.
Yeah, it happens.
It's part of having fun,
Yeah, exactly.
But so yeah. So what else is happening this week, man? What do you got going on?
Well, tomorrow night I'm going to do the Late Night Live with Patrick Murphy. Thursday we're going to be debuting the Revolting Peasants on, I don't know whose channel yet. I know we're going to do a live / pre-record. It's going to be the first podcast. Friday, where am I at Friday? Where am I Friday? I don't know where I am Friday. I'll be around. I usually pop in and out of chats at random. So Mr. Philly Flipper's kind enough sometimes to let me just come in, say a piece, and skadoodle off.
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely.
Passports, Pizza Pies. I usually drop in there with a few lines from there too. And but yeah, and Johnny's show, of course, always Johnny's show. So
yeah, I wanted to get you guys to go on his show. You should totally do that. And got to just pick a date. You should do that. You know,
What are we talking about?
Talking about events coming up.
Oh, okay.
Patrick was going over a couple things he's doing and whatnot.
While I was up, I decided I'd go ahead and.
Oh boy, let's look at that.
Puppet Master Leech.
Yeah.
The Leech Girl. She's got leeches coming out of her mouth.
Yum.
And this was by Full Moon Toys. So I only showed that because somebody had mentioned Puppet Master.
That's right.
And I said I didn't know anything about it. And then since I was in that same room, I went, oh, crap. I should take these out of the press. Yes, Patrick, these are the same comics that were in the press last night. I have.
Nice.
It came out really nice.
Is that Jack Kirby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forever People #6 and #7.
Nice. Now, were those a bit waffled? You pressed them, or they have a roll, or?
I just didn't like the way they looked.
Gotcha.
Actually, everything that I've got that's going into Mylar, I'm pressing first. I wasn't doing that before, but I've decided to start doing it because they look better.
The Celestine, what did they look like before? I guess just she's just asking.
They had a few. There weren't really creases, but they just didn't look. You know, they were a little bit wrinkled and just didn't look good to me.
Yeah, you got. Okay.
But they've been sitting in my press for 2 days.
Is that typical, or is that?
I forgot they were there. Well,
how long do you usually?
Usually just a couple hours.
Okay. With heat, with a bit of heat.
No, the heat for about 20 minutes, and it's a low heat. I don't use a real high heat, and then a couple hours just to let until the machine cools off. Once the machine cools off, I'll pull them out. I'll pull them out and put them in Mylar. But I don't want to put them in Mylar while they're still hot.
Right. Yeah, I gotta get those silicone sheets, and I'm gonna give it a go. I have some readers, and I will play around with it. See if
these will get a little extra treatment. They get the Mylar, and they get the that halfback, but they'll also get one of these in the middle of it.
Micro chamber interleaving paper. Look at that. Nice.
Yeah, I used to buy it in rolls, but since that's already pre-cut, why would I want to get rolls?
I see a lot of the guys on some of the channels have the completely I guess they're clear backing boards. It's like it's completely clear front to back, and on some higher priced books at auction, that's pretty advantageous to be able to show that. Don't you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it with my Metalman #1 though. It's missing the back cover. I am currently looking. I know what the back cover looks like. I know what the inside of the back cover looks like. I'm currently going through some of my lesser quality books from that period, trying to find one that I can maybe
splice
and make a complete comic.
Now, how would you attach that?
Staples.
You'll just do it.
Yeah.
You would do.
I'd put the two together, and connect them using brain dye, using some of the mending tissue that I have. It's actually called mending tissue. The half-inch stuff is called mending tissue. The bigger stuff is called like archival tape or mending tape or something like that. But I put the two together with that. I could probably do it another way and make it look original, but I'd rather just use the tape and get it over with. And then I'll take the staples out of the book and put them through the cover and attach it to the book. And
Metal Men number one.
That would be a full blown repair. Yeah.
But for Metal Men number one, that's probably a significant bump up to add the back cover. No, I mean,
I don't care. I don't care about the value. I just want a complete copy.
Yeah. That was that part of the run that you bought. You said you bought. Yes. And did you know it was missing the back cover?
No.
Oh, you didn't know.
But I did know they were all in low grade.
Oh, okay.
He said that the entire run was in low grade, but there's a few of them that aren't low grade at all. They're mid grade or higher, so it all balances out, and I'm happy with it. You know,
I get you.
I've got a couple of them that are title stripped. The title was torn off and sent back, so those I will just want to replace. I just want to get different comics for it. But in the meantime, it's a good placeholder.
Yeah, they're talking about Ghost Rider in the chat. Hood and Darth. Yeah, I used to have Marvel Spotlight 5. That one I sold off a while back. It's like, yeah.
I don't remember if I still have it or not.
Yeah.
I sold some of my Marvel Spotlights back in the 90s.
Ghost Rider is one of my favorites from way back. I used to love just that, similar to guy kind of doesn't even want his powers, right? Yeah. He's kind of so conflicted, and I kind of dug that.
Hey, you're a superhero now, but you're not. You work for me, and I'm the devil.
Right?
What? No. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
And I kind of dug the kind of whatever Bruce Banner kind of, he would turn into, he wasn't always in control of it, and I liked that. And he would kind of become the Ghost Rider and like not always do the right thing in that moment, but I dug that. I
well, see, now there's two heroes like that, the Hulk and Ghost Rider, and of course they're both based on the Jekyll Hyde idea.
Right. Yeah, I was putting together some of the lots for the auction, and I think we mentioned Garfield, I think, in one of them, but I was putting together.
Okay, that's cool. No, I mentioned when you had that phone out, I said, yeah, there was a Garfield one like that.
Oh, right, yeah, Red Hot. Yeah, so a couple of these vintage coffee.
There was a Garfield phone.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
I like that one.
Yeah, this one, it says, when it comes to typing, I'm all pause. So that classic 80s, he's trying to be at work. And then I'm throwing in I have some Pez dispensers. So I'm doing a whole lot. I have a couple shirts, a couple toys.
So, if it's Garfield and it's on a coffee cup, I'm sorry. It doesn't have lasagna on the picture. It's just not right. or at least an empty lasagna pan.
That's right. This one, this one he's just red hot. It even says it on the inside. But these are cool. These are 1978 Inesco. Yeah. And then I had some of I think these are Happy Meal toys.
Probably.
Yeah. So just...
Is one of them him on like a skateboard or in a car or something?
Yeah, he's on like a little...
Yeah, those are Happy Meal.
Golf cart thing. Yeah. I didn't mind. Did you guys see the Garfield with Bill Murray as the voice?
Those were
wasn't horrible.
Jennifer Love Hewitt played Liz, right?
I think so. So.
No.
Yeah.
No, he didn't see it. He only saw Jennifer Love Hewitt's voice.
Hard to not. That's right. Love me some Garfield, right?
Oh no, absolutely. I have somewhere. I have like up to like I think the 20th book or some. I don't know. Buried.
Yeah, Jim Davis, I think.
Jim Davis,
the artist, great. And Odie, I remember Odie was always popular. I remember so many people. Their dog's name was Odie.
I had a bunch of the strips, the daily strips, and just cut them out and kept them, and they got tossed.
Jennifer My Hewitt, that's right. She's back from I Know What You Did Last Summer, I think, and Party of Five. What's up, Willow? Good to see you.
And Ghost Whisperer. She was the main character in Ghost Whisperer, that TV show, which actually was good for the first couple of seasons, and it got stupid.
Yeah, she was on that for quite a while. I remember I was tossed. I don't know.
Then again, when the series Smallville came out, my wife was hooked on it. She never missed it. I watched an episode, and then about 6 months later, I got to watch another episode. It was the same one. Then about 6 months later, I got to watch another episode. It was the same one. So as far as I was concerned, there was only one episode. And finally, I ended up getting them all just so I could watch it. And the first 3 seasons were terrible.
I never watched that show.
It was like the Freak of the Week show, And they did that for 3 seasons. And then it started getting good. And by the end, it was a great show.
I remember I heard of it,
but it went for like 11 seasons.
And I was like, this guy, he's never in the suit. Like, all right.
No, it wasn't about Superboy or Superman. It was about Clark Kent.
Right.
Yeah, he'd do an occasional super thing.
I got caught maybe a handful of the episodes here or there. Now, I did like when they when John Snyder showed up at the one guy's house in the Charger, which the guy's house he showed up was oh God, what was the gentleman's name who played Luke? So basically, it was like a little Dukes of Hazzard nod. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, John Schneider does a lot of Comic-Cons and stuff, and he's I've gone to a few. They call him Chiller Theater, and they'll have a ton of people come for. He's always there, and he seems like he's just like a really a nice guy, and definitely the fans, people still love him, and he just does this thing. I think he was a country singer too, if I'm not mistaken. So he just doing his thing, but he really never did anything except for that was his big thing. I think Tom Wopat too. I think
Tom, that was the gentleman that played Luke. Yeah.
Great, and great at that. But I have a couple more. We're almost at 90 minutes, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. Have another lot of some plush here that I'm putting together. That I just love interactive toys. And these are all electronic based toys. So I had this guy, he's like, I think, what is he? He's by Tycho. It just says Elmo, but yeah, Jim Henson, 1997.
It's Elmo. He doesn't have to do anything. He just has to sit there.
Yeah, he sings a whole song, man. Like, yeah.
Like I said, it's Elmo. He really doesn't have to do
does
anything.
His thing. I thought this was kind of cool. Like
from Cars,
Lightning McQueen, but you. Oh wait! I have to turn him on here. He says, "Here we go." And he vibrates on one setting, but then if you go, he says a whole bunch of other things here. Yeah. Oh, wait. Let's see. Oh, maybe it doesn't work. Let's see. Wait. Oh, I thought I had him saying stuff earlier. Maybe I have to figure that out. Maybe there's an. Oh wait. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you touch him on the top and he talks, and in the front his lights go on, and the car stuff always fun thing to sell. So it's a little pillow based. And then I saw his I don't know if Cam's still watching. So he says, tickle me Ernie. And you got to grab him by his sides. Get him. I put on Instagram one of these. This one was kind of cool. Interactive Mickey. So, wait. Turn them on. There you go. See it? Oh, no.
You can't turn Mickey on. Only Minnie can do that.
I might have taken the batteries out of this. I think I. Oh wait, no, wrong one. So it's right. It had some. So it's green. It's the colors.
Okay, cool.
Red. So you do. This is just you choose. You do all the colors. So it's learning Mickey. Yeah, stuff like this is plush is plush, but I think like educational. And then this guy is really cool. So he's a little more squat, but hot dog.
Feeling silly.
Yeah, he says all kinds of stuff. 2009 Fisher Price, more of a newer one. And then I'm working on a Smurf slot. Found some Smurfs, some plush Smurfs. This one doesn't have a tag.
Nice.
Hug your Smurf, and then you gotta have.
Oh yeah, Smurf
bat. And then this one is by Payo, 1981.
Wasn't Smurfette created by Gargamel?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. So I'm probably going to have these in the auction in the next week, within the next week or so. So.
God, I remember when Smurfs took over Kings Island.
It was so popular. I remember that.
When I came back from Germany, I had a ton of what they called Schlumpkins. And now these were Smurfs, but I had like 30 of them. And yeah, as soon as my sister just claimed them. I said, "Where's all my Smurfs? Or where's all my Schlumpkins?" She said, "What? What are you talking about?" I said, "The little blue guys about that big? Oh, the Smurfs, those are mine." I said, "No." No, I have like 30 of them. They're mine. They're not available in the U.S. She said, "Yeah, I know they're not available in the U.S. and that's why they're mine." I stopped arguing at that point. You don't argue with your big sister about stuff like that.
Oh no! Did you ever? They were gone. They just
I've
gone
never.
Forever?
No, she's got them still.
Just gone forever.
Yes, they're not mine anymore.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch that weren't. No, all of those PVC ones that I brought back, none of them were available in the U.S. They were all from Europe.
I think Miss V knows. She's like, she put it in German right there. Yeah.
Schlumpfen, with an N on the end, not an L. Schlumpfen.
Right. What's up, Maggie Doodle? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So yeah, I'll show one more.
Bears.
This one's kind of like, had to pick it up. It's kind of not the easiest one to find.
Is that a pound puppy?
It is not. It is a puppy surprise.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you find one of these in the package, grab it. So there's
nothing annoys me worse than walking down the toy aisle and all of a sudden you hear this.
No, this one doesn't do that. What this has, the surprise is under here. And if you see, she comes with little baby puppies. There's 1, 2.
I don't know how I feel about this now.
Yeah.
3.
I would not buy that for my kids.
So you get the little puppies that come with it. So that's her surprise right there.
Okay. Wow.
No.
No good. Some of them, if they come with 5, they're really expensive.
Oh wow.
So yeah, not necessarily something I would buy personally, but to resell it, absolutely.
Absolutely.
You look it up, puppy surprise. This, I think, is from 1991. Yeah. I was like...
Probably did not last too long.
No.
It was probably pulled off the market before very long. You can imagine parents were not pleased when they got that. When they discovered what the surprise was.
What is going on with her belly? Yeah.
Well, you know, and I mean, I feel like we just had a Mr. Rogers episode here.
Yeah. So what is it? Just because she's having puppies? Is that horrible?
No, it's not. It's.
I think it is. The pound puppy is an adult puppy now. You know.
I mean, it's a conversation piece that needs to happen in every child's life. But when is it appropriate to have that conversation, and should said toy be marketed to, you know, I mean, again, you're getting into the educational aspect of it, but
yeah. If you cut your dog's belly open, you get puppies.
Yeah, well, no, you don't want to do that.
That's a bad lesson to teach kids.
Well, I know. Now, kind of side note to this. Remember the pregnant Barbie that had to get recalled because the little magnet that her belly had was kids were swallowing that. It was
choking hazard.
Choking hazard. Yeah.
Some interesting comments in the chat. You know, I think great toy for a child of a mom who has a new baby via C-section. Helps explain. Loot Raider says, I would totally buy it for a kid if I ever had one. I didn't think of it as a birth versus a storage container. Kids love that shit. Our adult minds go elsewhere.
That's
I could see both sides.
That's a very true statement, Ronald.
Yeah. I see both sides of it. I think that, yeah, I mean, it is a little weird that you're just like reaching in, but as far as like, you know, maybe a new mom or having, even if you have a pet that had kittens and you had to, you know, it's kind of that.
It's an educational piece.
A little bit of an educational.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
When I was working in the pet department, we had fish tanks and stuff like this. Little girl was looking at goldfish. Or no, it was a little boy looking at goldfish. And he looked at his mom, why are they goldfish? And she went, don't start. And I got down on one knee, looked at him, I said, they're goldfish because their mommy and daddy were goldfish. And he looked at me and went, oh, okay. He didn't want the right answer. He wanted an answer. Sure. I gave it to him. And she just looked at me like, you're a genius.
But here's another thing, too, with something like that. It's like, don't go looking for the zipper on the current dog in the house because there's not going to be one there.
That's true.
You know, so again, I feel it's definitely an educational piece. So
yeah, I mean, I can remember one of my pets getting pregnant. It happens, and then like having, you know, and just this like, again, a learning tool, something even for a veterinarian with kids to just be like, hey, this is kind of what happens, and you know, I get it. You know what?
My favorite thing when I was in California, I worked working for a toy store. We got in these fishing poles, little kids fishing sets, you know, and on the top, warning, contains sharp objects. Had fish hooks in it. Of course it contained sharp objects.
Let me reach my hand it. Yeah. They should have that at the Goodwill bins. I tell people, I never forget it. At the Goodwill bins.
You go to Goodwill bins, you wear gloves.
I saw a lady get a fish hook through her finger, literally through it and into like a sweater. And she was like, ah. And I was like, oh my God. I called the manager. I'm like, call somebody, she's going to need some help. And I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh. And she put her hand right in and went to grab. And some idiot put a fishing something in there. And
they just dumped stuff in the bins. And
they just dump it. I mean, it's so crazy, you know.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah, you got to wear gloves when you're going through stuff like that. Preferably heavy-duty roping gloves, because those would stop the...
I used to go and do it a few years ago, and then I found myself kind of like going, what did I do? What did I buy? I found that a lot of the stuff was like kind of and I bought it because I was like, I could do something with that. But by and large, I found that there wasn't as many like home runs in the pile that I thought, And
well, you got to remember, these are all rejects that didn't sell.
Usually.
Well, as recent as last week, I found myself at a bin store here in Cincinnati, and it's an Amazon return store, right? Yeah. So like Thursday they have $1 day, and then Friday they have $1 day, or fill a 30-gallon trash bag for $25, right? So the idea is to go in and fill up that bag so it brings your costs down below $1, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm picking stuff, and I'm trying to it's like I'm trying to get to, it's like, okay, I got to the $25, dollar price range, got 25 items, and it's like I'm struggling to find it, and it's like, do I really want to sell this? Do I really? Right. I just got so like, it was one of those like moments where it's like, why am I here? What am I doing? Just classic Patrick Murphy, and you can ask Kablamo because she's witnessed this. When I'm done, I am done. Well, to a degree, you guys have witnessed it. When I close them, when I don't have anything to say, I literally just took my bag, I upended it back into the bin, walked up to the register, gave the guy my trash bag, and walked out. I was like, and no disrespect to the people that are doing it, but I just had that moment where it's like, what am I doing? So I called Kablamo. I'm like, hey, look, I got an auction tonight. I want to hit the Salvation Army up by where you are. You want to go? And that was fun. That is what I want to focus on.
That's the way you got to do it. You got to do it with a partner.
Right.
Because if you do it by yourself, you're going to buy a bunch of crap that you don't care about. You buy it, but when you go with a partner, they're going to bounce back at you and say, why are you buying that?
Yeah, no, I was buying like this box of like tongue guards, and it's like I had like 15 to 20 of them just to get the price point down. I'm like, it's like, okay, so I'm doing the math. It's like I'm gonna have to lot all these together, and it's like, why do I want to sell tongue? And I get people. There are people out there that they rock it. They'll sell anything under the sun. Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. And to a degree, I will too, but if I'm going to be presenting something, I'm not going to be sitting there on an auction like, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we got Tongue East Tongue Guard. This will help you stop snoring in the middle of the night. Is your partner driving you crazy? Here, put this in their mouth.
No, I think what you did, I tell you, I do on when, like, I might go tomorrow. Wednesday is half off at the Salvation Army. I may go, and I do get a bit of t-shirts. I've showed you some, I picked up some really good ones. This one right here, I got.
You're going in and you know what you're looking for.
That's true.
If I went in, I would just be looking, and nothing in particular. I wouldn't be focused.
Right, but even now though, but Chaos, you know enough. You've seen enough auctions that we've done where you could probably pick out some that you would, want to be able to sell, and I think that's what Patrick did. But you went with her, and she helped you. And that's even better.
When my wife and I were in that one store, and I was looking through the dollar bags of toys, as I always did, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy this one. And she's going, no, you're not buying. Yes, I am. And she said, no, you're not. And we were going back and forth. And so that's when I made the deal with her. Look, if I can't make money on this within the first 4 days, and I'm not talking, 25, 50 cents a toy that's inside. If I can't make a substantial profit, I'll never buy another one. And she agreed to it. So I bought it. I took it, dumped it, and I had it sitting on, I didn't even dump it. I had it sitting on my counter off to the side, waiting for the right customer to get ready to come in. Right customer is getting ready to come through the door. I dump it out. I start sorting it. And he goes, what have you got there? And I said, well, it looks like Amigo Cornelius from Planet of the Apes. And he went, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm probably going to sell it. I just don't know what I want to get for it yet. I'll give you $50 right now. And I said, sold. Pay my wife. Yeah. After that, I could buy as many as I wanted, of course, because I won. But once he left, she's glaring at me. And I go, what? She said, you knew. I said, what did I know? You knew that was in there. I said, of course I knew what it was in there. You knew you were going to get a lot of money for it. I said, of course I knew. That's why I wanted to buy it. She went, okay, you can buy whatever you want. And I've never bought another one since.
I know you don't have one. And I know.
No, I mean, I've never bought another bag of dollar toys since.
But
and that's what your complaint was, because I'd buy all these bags of toys and they'd just
you
go
do not own a Mego Cornelius in 2021.
But you see, I didn't want to own it. I bought it strictly for resale.
Right.
No, I have a plush. He is not for sale. He will never be for sale.
Hey! Awesome.
Nigel Penguin Esquire.
Nigel Penguin Esquire, folks.
Nigel D. Penguin
No, that's
Esquire.
a D. Penguin Esquire.
D. Penguin
Esquire. It's important. Yeah. So, Nigel had to get a little airtime, of course, you know.
If we didn't get him in at least once, his lawyers would be all over us.
I love the Godzilla outfit. I gotta say, it's awesome. Darth, his plush has a full Godzilla outfit. Just so you know.
I thought Darth. We showed. Wasn't Darth present when
he had the Batman costume?
I saw the Batman. I never saw the Godzilla.
You showed me the Godzilla in a photo.
Yeah.
Nigel's got his own clothes drawer in my office. I poop you not.
Yes. So anybody that doesn't know, Patrick's girlfriend.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
And look at his costume. Look at this custom Godzilla costume that she made for his plush penguin that has gone to Comic-Cons. It's awesome.
Well, the reason he's got the Godzilla outfit is because we went and seen one of the Godzilla movies that came out, where whatever was most recent here.
And of course, you weren't allowed to go without him.
Of course not. And I linked his Twitter. I'll have to find his Twitter feed again. There's all kind of. Nigel's been around. Oh, it was so funny.
He's probably been to more cons than I have in the last 30 years.
Probably me too.
Let's see here.
Cosplay plush. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, right? Like dress up your plush stuffed animals for conventions. How awesome is that?
I remember, like, you were so confused about Nigel in the Batman costume, and
I didn't even know what I was looking at. I'm like, wait, what is this?
And I just thought it was cool. I mean,
Chaos got it. I was
Penguin
still like,
with Batman.
What the hell am I looking at? Oh
I just want to see him in a Green Lantern costume. That's
actually like it was a thing, and at first I was like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Oh, it's even a costume he's wearing." Yeah, Darth is like, "I need that in my life, Patrick."
Never going to happen. Not in 10 billion years.
There's no price tag on Mr. Penguin.
If you want a Nigel D. Penguin, you have to make it yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because, like, clearly my girlfriend and I, we have very distinct voices, very different voices. However, we both do the Nigel voice, and we've done it at dinner table for plenty of people, where she'll be out at one end of the table and I'll be at the other end, and I'll say something in Nigel voice and she'll continue it on the other side. So it's like stereo. It's we're stuck together. We are stuck together.
Yes, Nigel is one of a kind. Cannot be duplicated. That's correct, Loot Raider. This is a.
You can take me off big screen while I get him dressed. It's a little difficult.
Oh, okay. It's a process. There we go.
Yeah. All I've got is gone. Literally gone. Not gone, but gone. He's hiding. He's right there. He's hiding.
Can you imagine sitting at a dinner and all of a sudden the host bring out random plush and start making voices? That's an awesome toy. I love that toy, Chaos. He's great. Yeah, he's great. Yeah. And your story about it's awesome.
Yeah.
There he is. Dun, 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 dun. Check him out. Look at him. That's right.
Stomp, roar.
Right. He can't even make the sound. He just goes rawr.
So Veronica definitely does a better job of putting them together than I do. So the gloves were really kind of half on there. She'll use sticks and like, you know, squish the gloves on appropriately, and it looks a lot more fitted when she does that. That's fair to say. So. But,
look at that. Diecast hooked up his thing. His McFarlane Hulk cover print are now boarded and framed thanks to Kablamo's idea. Thanks, Kablamo, says Diecast. His framed, remember he was redoing the framed prints?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
So,
awesome.
There you go. That's awesome, Diecast.
Yeah, we're going to stop doing this. Nigel needs a little TLC on his flippers.
Oh, just leave him in the costume.
No, because he'll eventually for S&Gs. Well, he's got a Thanksgiving outfit.
Oh, okay.
And we put him on the dinner table. I don't want to be here. I don't like this. Stop it.
What are you guys doing? Why am I here? Stop looking at me.
This is so wrong.
It's awesome.
You guys are horrible parents.
Put that knife down.
You're a horrible host. Why am I here?
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I ripped that or. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. Yeah, Nigel, buddy.
Oh, Nigel needs to go to the doctor.
Yep.
Okay.
Does Rainbow get jealous? That's a question, Patrick.
No, Nigel gets jealous of Rainbow. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. The conversations we have about how, you know, the cat gets whatever he wants.
Now, these are actual conversations. These are not just in his head.
Well, there are definitely some Nigel conversations that happen in my head, but and then also Nigel's got his little, when he goes on vacation, he's got his little Hawaiian
shirt.
Hawaiian shirt. Oh, you missed it, Horizon. When we go on vacation, Nigel's got his own little Hawaiian shirt. You're muted, sir.
He needs a drink with the little, a little umbrella in it.
What he needs is a chair.
Yeah, right. Something that
he needs a lawn chair.
Right. Be chilling.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Like I said, we're definitely we're stuck together. Then of course, I think that's Bob Bears.
Oh my gosh. Oh. I love the cup. The cup is great.
Yeah, it's just a plastic cup, and we got that like that foam construction paper stuff. Yep.
That's where he hangs out. He's in the cup. It's perfect. So yeah, I showed you this one. I got some action figures in a whole big bin. I showed Chaos this one, and he needs some TLC, but that's a Max Fleischer based Superman, missing his cape, but yeah, that classic Max Fleischer animation style. His arm was busted. This one arm's busted. I glued him back.
It has one major problem.
No cape.
The Max Fleischer Superman was not a shield. It was a triangle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I got this Marvel Legends Ghost Rider. But his feet, something happened. Johnny Blaze's feet got burnt off. Look at that. He rubbed on the road too much. But it's so cool. I love the level of detail in those. That. Speaking of Ghost Rider, here we go. And then the last one I grabbed was, I think I
the
may
most
have
spoiled penguin ever.
I pity the fool who's gonna fight Rocky Balboa.
I pity the fool don't eat my cereal. This cheese still good for you. Start your breakfast. Start your morning every day.
I'll punch you in the head, Patrick Murphy. Oh, so yeah. But again, just fun. I can't not pick up Mr. T.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't there a Mr. T Cabbage Patch Kid like that was a rarity out there?
I don't know.
I would not be surprised.
Or maybe I'm thinking of a crafting book from my grandmother. She had a Mr. T.
Mr. T Cabbage Patch. I want to see that one. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, actually, you go to the flea market, it's just like randomness. You don't know what you're going to find.
There absolutely was a Mr. T Cabbage Patch.
Get out!
Now, I don't know if it was a real one or if it was made. Vintage A-Team Mr. T custom handmade plush. Okay. Unique and vintage A-Team's Mr. T Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch style. Okay. They were revamped. They weren't real. They were created.
Here it is. Here it is. Here's the pattern. The Miss Martha original introduces Mr. T soft sculpture doll pattern.
Yep.
That is way cool. That brings back some. Oh my Lord. That person. Wow.
Which one is it?
I'm just gonna post this in the chat if you guys. Oh hey, good night. We'll see ya. We will see ya.
Good night, Miss V. Thanks for coming.
Night.
Hi, Simply Dana. Good to see you, Dana.
Let's see. Check out this link here. This guy has an insane amount of collection of Cabbage Patch Mr. T dolls.
The world's largest Mr. T collection.
Simply Dana, hey, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that.
Mr. T Cabbage Patch. That's a mashup.
Is that the one that's on Ripley's, believe it or not? Or Ripley's.com?
I didn't read it. I just looked at the picture and I clicked off.
Oh, okay.
Got fun here. This is kind of a fun one. I know you like your G.I. Joe's Chaos. Grab this. Kind of a fun G.I. Joe. It's the Action Pilot keychain, but it's almost in the G.I. Joe 3 3/4. Patrick, very similar build
cool.
as those. Yeah, right. And he's complete action figure. You could take him off, but he's in that classic collection. Very neat.
Yeah.
Randomness. Find stuff like that all the time. So we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I can do a giveaway before we wrap it up, or we can
Awesome.
say goodnight to the folks here. I can do another giveaway here. Let's see. Gotta do my number thing. Let me write down a number. Let me get my pen. Let's see here. Where's my Post-it? I need a Post-it. There we go. All right. All right, guys. We'll do a giveaway before we end the show. We're at the 2-hour mark. I always like to give prizes and giveaways for the shows here. So I see we have 14 people in the chat. I'm putting a go line down. Number from 1 to 14 in the chat. Go. I have mine written down right here. Go for it. When I see it, I will call it, and you will win a prize. And you have a choice of a prize.
You should put the number in private chat when you do that, so that we know what it is too.
Okay. I can't. Oh, right there. Let me see. Yep. And I see it right there. I'll go. The number is 5, and Celestine got that. I'm almost positive. You guys can look, double check.
That's the first time I see it is Celestine.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. So, Celestine, you are a winner, and I have a couple different prize options. You can have this. I still have these slippers. They are Susan B. Komen Find a Cure. You get a little bracelet, and these are size 5 or 6 slippers, size small. Okay, I have those. I have a Foster's Lager beer mat for your bar or man cave, and I have comics. I could do a short stack of reader comics. You tell me what superheroes you like, and I will get a short stack of reader comics out to you. I have them over here. I could pull them for you. What would you like? We have bar mat, we have slippers, and we have comic books. You let me know. She says comics. You got comics. All right, Celestine, horizonpicks@gmail.com. Email me just a quick note with your address, and I will mail you some comics free of charge. No problem. Thanks for coming. Celestine is always here. Appreciate you coming and frequenting our videos. It's been great.
Oh, yeah. She's definitely been a big supporter of all of our channels.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. We appreciate
Let me know what you like, Celestine. I mean, superheroes, different things, Marvel, DC, whatever. I can put together some comics for you and get those out to you. So, all right. So we'll wrap it. Sorry, BK. No winner for you. All right. So we'll go around. Patrick, you want to go first? What's going on to wrap up this show? Go for it, my man.
All right, so tomorrow night will probably be a late night live with Patrick Murphy starting at, actually Thursday morning at 12:30 a.m. Usually go for about 90 minutes. Thursday, I am going to be on a new podcast. I don't know what YouTube channel it's going to be on yet, but it's going to be called The Revolting Peasants, and it's going to be a roundtable. Professor Piffle Knob, and myself will all be doing that. Friday, I think I'm somewhere. I don't know. And so, yeah, and then I just pop in and out of chats at random when people are kind enough to let me come on, say a quick little bit, and scurry off. And, of course, I'm always around at Johnny's show. So be good not only to each other, but most importantly, be good to yourself. Thank you for having me.
Sweet. All right, Mr. Chaos, go for it.
Tomorrow morning, I'll be dropping the Eternal My Light project, which at the end of it, of course, I will show my cover of the week. I already know which one it is. I picked it before I even showed you the comics. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And you'll understand when I talk about it there. Then Thursday night, Kollecting Kaos Live, I'll have Horizon Picks, and Patrick Murphy should show up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He should be there. He's supposed to be there.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll get you that slide later, probably tomorrow morning sometime.
No worries.
And see, Friday I have my Freeform Friday, in which I will continue my journey into basic comic book cleaning.
All right.
And I might do something else sometime during the weekend. I might do another live show later. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out as I go.
All right. All right, folks. Well, I am going to be on hiatus for the auction on Thursday. I am meeting my 2 more friends to do trivia night. I've been on hiatus from that, doing the auction. So Thursday, I'll be doing some trivia. Thursday night, I will be on Collecting Chaos's channel with Mr. Patrick Murphy, most likely, and doing that. And then Friday, I'm putting in the chat right now. Friday night, 9 o'clock, I will be on Tiffany's Cool Finds auction, be busting out some killer reseller and fire lots for you guys. So go check that out. It's in the chat. 9 o'clock, always some fun over there. Hope to see you. They have a lot of fun and a lot of cool stuff will be sold. So appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. And Mr. Chaos, you want to take us out with your usual?
All right, but first, I may make an appearance on Patrick Murphy's show Wednesday night.
Okay.
I normally do. Yes, before you handle your comics, your collectibles, your toys, whatever, make sure you wash your hands. It's good for your comics, good for your collectibles, it's good for your health.
All right, folks. Have a great night. Good to see you. Be good to each other.